Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is video number 2 of 2. As always, we do on this channel now, if you haven't already, I'll direct you to video number 1 for you to go and see video number 1, where earlier on this afternoon we spoke about the latest on the stupid bid from Inter Milan to Lukaku of £25 million, which is ridiculous. On top of that, the madness going on at Liverpool with Jordan Henderson heading out to join Steven Gerrard over at Al Ittifaq in Saudi Arabia, and Fabinho could be heading out to Saudi as well. I'll leave a link to that video right here. You can go and pause this, head over there, watch that, then come back here, resume this, and then enjoy the entire thing of Younes Talks Football for the day. You know, and if you want to be lopsided and weird and do it the other way around, then feel free. Why? Because whatever floats your boat. Now, let's get cracking on what floats my boat, which is to show all of you what has gone down since this afternoon until now. And funnily enough, we've got a lot to cover, just like every single day. So let's start off with a goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye to Captain America. Yes, it's come to it. Mr. Christian Pulisic has completed a move to AC Milan. Let's get into the latest. Here's Chelsea Football Club's post in relation to Pulisic going to Milan. Christian Pulisic has joined AC Milan on a permanent deal, and the caption is "The boy from Hershey." I would have liked Chelsea to use Captain America on this one, but I do think and I do suspect there might be copyright infringement if we did decide to write that, because Captain America is a character in, you know, the comic books and the films, and you don't want to get into a spat with Hollywood. You just don't. So maybe the boy from Hershey is applicable because we can't use Captain America, but it would have been nice. Christian Pulisic heads out to AC Milan. He spoke and done an interview and said that he reckons, he feels that he wasn't given much opportunity as he would have liked at Chelsea. I can half get that and half not get that. I can understand his perspective, of course. Any other player is going to look at from the same perspective of, I want more game time. That's understandable. The injuries were the injuries though, weren't they? And it just got to a point where it became very, very inconsistent. Every time he did play, there were moments, but overall, could have done better. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things. As I said yesterday, we'll never forget Lockdown Pulisic. Lockdown Pulisic was outrageous. Lockdown Pulisic was an Eden Hazard regen. And I don't know why or how it only lasted for, what, 3 months or 4 months max. That's all we got. But for the 4 years that he served at Chelsea Football Club, I would like to say many thanks. We appreciate it. Good luck over at AC Milan. We will be looking from afar, and we hope that you absolutely smash it like we expect you to over at AC Milan in Serie A. I think it's going to suit him much more better than it did in the Premier League. Getting your legs hacked left, right and centre, getting injury after injury. I think you'll find his feet in Italy. I wish him the best. Good luck to Christian Pulisic, who's going to head to AC Milan. Let's talk about injuries. So, I'm going to clarify the situation with you, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of panic. Don't need to panic. Well, I hope you don't need to panic. I'll be honest, right? I'm not panicking, but I hope I'm doing the right thing by not panicking. Here's the latest on Reece James. Yes. No, don't worry. It's all right. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. But here's the latest. We'll get into it from here. Check this out. Reece James is set to have a scan on his knee following training on Thursday to determine whether or not he will travel to the USA. Medical sources remain optimistic. Okay, everyone, stop. I can already hear plates being smashed, glasses being dashed, heads getting wrecked, people getting punched. Stop, right? Stop. No need to panic. Relax. Let me just finish what I'm about to say. This is a precaution. It's a precaution. It's a precaution because of the injuries that Reece James sustained last season. And Chelsea don't want that happening again. So they're going to put him through some medical tests to make sure that his knee is at 100%. Now, in case he's not at 100%, which is unlikely, right? I hope. I hope. I would reckon that, much like the medical sources here that remain optimistic, I don't think we're going to find any problem. He's been training in pre-season, everything's looking good. But, like I was about to say, at worst, say he does have a problem. Say worst comes to worst, he can't go to the United States. We're now looking at ourselves going, what? Reece James can't make it. What? No. And then we're broken. That's why we got Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto plays for Chelsea now. We have a right back. It's okay. With all due respect to Dave. Yeah, we love Dave. Aspilicueta legend. But we don't have to turn to the bench and go, oh my God, we got to play Aspi. We don't need to say that ever again. We don't. And like I said, all due respect to Aspi for the years that he served. But let's be real. Right now, Aspi cannot play right back for Chelsea Football Club. It's this much like Ivanovic, who done absolutely amazing, but in his last year, nah, we weren't having it anymore. It was, his legs were cooked. Yeah, we got Gusto. We're covered. We're covered. What I would like to have seen is Reece James go and have surgery. I don't understand why we didn't go down the route of him having surgery. He hasn't had surgery. Now pre-season has started. We're going to be playing matches soon. The season starts in less than a month, right? The Premier League season begins in less than a month now. For those that are unaware, it's the 13th of July. The 12th of August, if I'm not mistaken, we start our Premier League campaign. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the 12th, 13th, around there. Basically a month. That's not enough time to go and do a surgery and then get ready and then start the season. No, we've used up the cushion we had. You can't go and have surgery now. It's too late. It's too late. We had the window. We didn't use it. So we better pray he doesn't get injured. I hope he doesn't get injured. But like I said, worst comes to worst, we now have the cover. Malo Gusto is at the club. He will play. And look, we can take our time with Reece James now. If there is a little bit of uncertainty, he doesn't have to play every game. We're all right. Malo Gusto's here. It's fine. They can split the load 50-50. Gives a little bit more time for Reece James to, heal properly and maybe just naturally get rid of this injury over a long period of time. But I hope the scan comes back with the all clear, fingers crossed, and then we go from there. So just to let you know, it's a precaution. Do not panic. Relax. Everyone, take a chill pill. Nice one. Thank you. Now, Reece James himself has come onto Instagram and put this. The best of me is yet to come. I hope. I hope. We believe that. But we hope that your legs are not going to give way. Fingers crossed. Now, let's move from Reece James to the latest on Kaisado. And again, every time I say latest on Kaisado, we're basically rehashing the same story. But there's little details that creep in and we got to discuss it. So here's the latest from Fraser Fletcher on Kaisado. And then we got one from Fabrizio Romano. Here it is. Update. Talks continue over transfer of Moises Kaisado. Still told that £80 million likely to be the fee which lands him. Structure of the deal will be important and likely pushes it above that. Chelsea still calm and confident. Kaisado has agreed terms. So there we are. This gives an indicator as to the structure is the talking point, but what is going to be the fee up front or the fee that's going to get him across the line? Above 80 million, it's going to have to be. We already had in our heads that 85 million was going to be the number. 100 if we were going to really spread it out across many installments. We'll see. Although the reports lately seem to indicate a fixed fee with an add-on. So, a fixed fee and then some add-ons on top of that. We'll see. Here's Fabrizio, like I said, in terms of what the latest is. Chelsea and Brighton conversations on Kaisado are positive. They are trying to work out the fixed fee and then the structure for the add-ons. Then Kaisado will become new Chelsea player. This is why I'm confident. When you got statements like that of, no, he'll become a Chelsea player, right? The deal gets done, the structure's sorted, that's it. That's it. He'll become a Chelsea player. I'm pretty sure we will get there. And we'll get there pretty soon. It's just a matter of time. Because even for Brighton, it doesn't help them by keeping Kaisado on their books or in their squad when they're about to start playing pre-season in the same place as we are. Doesn't help them. They need to get their players shifted, much like we've been shifting ours, to get the squad that you're going to go into the season with. Kaisado's not going to be there. It only helps that they get this deal done quickly, and I hope that the fee and the deal is actually going to be a good one and not something too crazy. If we go above 100 million, I'm going to be a little bit like, what? I don't think it will, but We'll see when the time comes. Like I suspect, and like I've told you guys, I reckon the next few days, next 3 to 4 days, I'm expecting a here we go. That's my prediction. That's just my gut feeling, my analysis, the way that I read the situation. So we'll see if I'm right or I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right. We'll see. Now, let's talk about another target for Chelsea Football Club, and that is Ryan Shirkey. What's the latest? Here it is. Chelsea push him ahead with talks over Lyon's Ryan Shirkey. Chelsea scouts have pushed the club to make a move, and they are now exploring a deal for the outstanding young midfielder. That came from Graham Bailey. We also have this from Laurent Blanc, the Lyon manager, saying OL, Olympique Lyonnais, must say okay if these are impressive figures. But on the other hand, at this price, 26 million from Leipzig for Lukeba, I tell him to stay one more year in Lyon. That would really annoy me if he left. It's the same for Shirkey. There's something to take from this. He wouldn't be talking like this if there wasn't a legit link or conversations happening. If there wasn't any truth to it, he would dismiss it straight away. As the manager of the team that could let the player go, if you heard a rumour and it's not true, you would look and go, it's nonsense. Don't listen. Okay, false story, fake news, no problem. But he's entertaining it. He's saying, I've told Lukeba it's best if he stays one more year. It'll annoy me if he left. Same applies for Shirkey, which means that there is a chance that he could leave. Which means that conversations are happening. Which means that Chelsea are on it. You see how you make 2 + 2 + 2 = 6? You just got to put the pieces together. That's it. But that's what I'm here for. To make sure that you don't have to do it, I'll do it for you. So Laurent Blanc has given the indicator that things are happening behind the scenes, and it remains to be seen how far this is actually going to go, but I suspect that we wouldn't have to pay a massive fee to get Shirkey to Chelsea, which means that I expect this deal to be done pretty quickly as well. Just after Kaisado, I think we can wrap up Shirkey. But here's the latest from RMC Sport over in France, massive French sports network, that are saying this about Shirkey. Shirkey is being courted by Chelsea and Newcastle. And this is common knowledge. We know this. Going one-to-one, head-to-head with Newcastle isn't exactly what we want. But I feel like we've got the upper hand. Why? Because we have a good relationship with Lyon. We've done business with them already. We wanted to get Pulisic over to them. He wanted AC Milan, so it's not really our fault. It's the player. And we've already done business in terms of Malo Gusto. So there's already a good link there in terms of negotiations. We'll get another deal done if we can. So Shirkey to Chelsea is very much on. And I expect it to happen. Especially with the players that we've let go. It's important we replace them. And I think Shirkey will be one of them. So let's see where that's going to go. Let me know your thoughts on your optimism or pessimism on the Ryan Shirkey deal. Do you think it will happen or not? Much appreciated. Now, there's one link here from Le Parisien over in France. And I have to show you it, but I'm going to explain my thoughts. Here it is. Chelsea have set their sights on Neymar should he decide to leave PSG. Okay, let me clarify the situation. We're linked with Neymar every flipping window now. This is the reality. This is what happens. There is a good chance Neymar will leave PSG. I'm not dismissing that. For the first time in ages, unlike before, Neymar could leave PSG. Messi's already left. Mbappe's definitely on his way out, one way or another. Either he leaves or he won't play. And Neymar is going to be left on his own devices again in a team that's being rejuvenated and injected with new blood. So I think it's only wise that they get Neymar off the wage bill. That way they can start again properly. So Neymar would end up leaving. Where would he go to? I don't think we're going for Neymar, let's be honest. No, we're not going for... I don't think it's in the profile of player, both in terms of what we are looking for and financially for the club right now in terms of where we are. Apologies. We are in a situation where, yes, we're trying to replace players that have left, but we're not going to destroy the wage bill. Neymar going to be willing to accept 120 grand a week? Of course not. So we're not going to do it. Because we are not going to... We're trying to get players off the wage bill and we're trying to get players in on sensible wages with performance, bonuses and incentives. Neymar's not that guy. So it would be pretty ridiculous. And look, I think in terms of the profile of player on a footballing level, as much as any of us would accept Neymar in our teams, let's be honest. But when you look at the long vision and when you try to look at what we're actually trying to do, and the direction of the club going into this season under Poch, it would be pretty crazy to get a Neymar into that dressing room. When you've got wingers that can do a job and under Poch might flourish without having all the drama or the potential divide because of the stature of player or the wages that he's on. You just avoid all sorts of problems by not getting a Neymar to your club, unless you're willing to go full-on Galactico. If you are, then get Neymar, absolutely, but we're not. Under Roman, I would have said yes, maybe there's a chance we go for Neymar, because we would have happily paid 300k a week, not a problem. Now we're not going to do that. And in terms of the young players and the dynamic and the new look of this team, in terms of we're not really going for individual stars, we're trying to go more for a team collective, Neymar is not going to be that guy. So I don't see it happening. I think this isn't real. I don't think it's any suggestion that this is even remotely possible. So yeah, ignore it. Basically, the message of that Neymar link is ignore. I tell you what it is. I show you what I think is legit and what's not legit. And then it's up to you guys to make an analysis for your own selves. Think you're with your own heads, but I'm here to advise you on what I think is real and what's not real. Now, what is real is someone that has come to Chelsea who, funnily enough, plays on the left wing and is 18. So could be a future Neymar. You never know. Here it is. Diego Moreira settling into Cobham, a thread, and then there's tons of pictures here of him in the new Chelsea shirt and looking good. Welcome to Chelsea. Diego Moreira, that's from Benfica B. Now we have to understand this is I'd say an investment for, amongst the crop of young players that we got for the future. I think he's one of them. He's come from Benfica B. He hasn't played for Benfica A, the senior team, yet. He is a Portuguese under-21 international. He is in a position that I think is going to be in demand for the future. And he's free. We didn't pay a penny for him. He's a free transfer. So, beautiful. In terms of now we can see what he can do, we'll try and get him going. And in terms of the young talents that we have at the club, maybe a good loan deal afterwards or whatever could be a suggestion for him in order to develop and grow. And then we'll take it from there. So, yeah, these young batch of players that we have, I'm very interested to seeing how it's all going to pan out in 3, 4, 5 years and where they're going to be at that point. We'll see. And hopefully we'll have many trophies by that point because Chelsea will be up and running once again, unlike last season that we should never speak of ever again. That's the latest on Chelsea. Let me know your thoughts. Now, before we wrap up, some big news happening elsewhere that we're going to entertain and discuss. Starting off with Habibi, the Saudis. What's going on in Saudi? Well, it looks like they're not finished. What do I mean they're not finished? Well, they're only just getting started. What do you mean by getting started? You thought buying Newcastle was enough? Nah, it's just the start, mate. Here it is. After Newcastle, Saudi Arabia are planning to buy another top club from one of the other big 5 European leagues. This is getting pretty tasty now. That's come from Bloomberg. So this isn't even football chat. This is business chat. Yeah, this is business news technically. Is Saudi Arabia are planning to buy another football club in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. So who? As you know, the New Day used to say. Wrestling fans will know. But where are they going to buy? Who are they going to buy? There's no link as to any club right now. The one club that I saw people suggest was Bayern Munich. And I don't think that needs to be monopolised anymore. I think that would be a waste for the Saudis because Bayern Munich already run Germany. There's no point. You want to take a club that has the potential and then elevate them and see it bloom and you take all the profits and rewards for yourself. Bayern Munich are already there. And they win Champions Leagues and they do all of that. They're already there. There's no point. I hate to say this as a Chelsea fan, but Spurs has a ton of potential. Tons of potential. The infrastructure, the dynamic, the level that they're at, the resources that's available to them. They have everything in order to be a top club. But because they're Tottenham and because they still have the same people in charge, they ain't going anywhere. But you imagine the Saudis coming and taking Tottenham, for example. At that point, we got to look at them and think, they are going to be penetrating themselves into the top 4 and a title race at some point. 100%. They just will. They've got everything in order to succeed in terms of tools and resources. They just need the correct infrastructure, which wrong word, they already have, the correct people running the club, the correct owners, the correct ambition, and finances that are happily going to be spent into the team for players. You do that, Tottenham will be up there. So, yeah, who are they going to buy? Maybe a club in Spain, maybe another club in Italy, maybe we see a Hello Verona, end up becoming flipping Champions League spot in Serie A. You never know. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts down below if you have any predictions. Manchester United, the latest on their goalkeeping situation. Breaking! Man United are now closing in on Andre Onana deal as final verbal proposal has been made during talks today. Understand it's 50 million euros fee plus 5 million fee add-ons. Structure of add-ons being discussed, then done deal. It's imminent as expected. So we could get news tonight or tomorrow at best that Onana is signing for Manchester United. He wanted the move. Erik ten Hag, he's played under him before. He gets to play under him again. He suits the profile of player that they need in terms of the goalkeeper. It just works for the player and for the club. It just works. It's a deal that everyone's going to be happy with. But like I said, Inter Milan, once you get that money, call us. We're waiting. You can then take Lukaku for good. So there we are. Now, Manchester City have a player that could be leaving, and I'm not sure if this is completely legit. I'm going to show you though. Here it is. Riyad Mahrez has verbally agreed a contract with Al Ahly, and that's from TalkSport. Now, TalkSport have not been very successful in terms of news, sources, information, all of that when it comes to player and deals. But there was news about Mahrez potentially going to Saudi. There were links with Al Ahly. Mahrez denied having had anything concrete done, but didn't deny that there's a possibility. There is a chance he could head to Saudi. We might see this happen, although it's common knowledge that apparently his missus doesn't want to go to Saudi just yet. She's not about that lifestyle right now, even though Mahrez, I think, wouldn't mind because of his background. But there's that, and Manchester City actively do not want to let him go yet, because with the potential links of Bernardo Silva leaving, you have players like that leaving the club. You can't just let Mahrez leave with him as well. They need the depth. They need to make sure the quality is still there. So Mahrez is wanted by Manchester City. We'll see how this ends up. Do you think he'll end up going to Saudi or staying at Manchester City? Let me know. Now, talking about Tottenham, here's what they're trying to do to keep Harry Kane hostage for some more time. Here it is. Tottenham will step up their attempts to keep Harry Kane by offering him a new contract worth over £400,000 a week and by offering him a post-playing career role at the club. The desperation now is getting ridiculous. We'll give you a job after you finish playing, don't worry. Like, nah, man. Look, this is on Harry Kane now. You have a choice, Harry. You can accept this and, yeah, keep your starting spot. You're a Tottenham legend, for sure. I think that's common knowledge. He will be a Tottenham legend once he retires, no matter what happens. You can, still score your close to 30 goals a season or your 30 goals a season, but on the contrary, you won't know what it's like to lift a trophy. You just won't. You'll never get there. So are you willing to sacrifice that for all the things that I just mentioned? Or are you willing to give up what I just mentioned to go to a club and make sure you are in contention for silverware from day one? And the chances of you actually lifting something are much higher and significant than what you have right now. Do you want to be a player that will stay somewhere and not lift anything ever? Or do you want to go down the Robin Van Persie route and make sure you get something within your first season or two? Because that will more than likely happen if you were to leave Tottenham. So the choice is yours. Personally, I don't think Tottenham fans should hold him back in terms of, if he leaves, he betrayed us. Harry Kane's done everything possible to try and do what's best for Tottenham Hotspur. The least that Tottenham fans can do, I think, is understand that a player of his magnitude and his stature, it should be illegal for someone like him to not win a trophy. Illegal. People banter Steven Gerrard for not winning a Premier League. And that's Steven Gerrard. He won Champions Leagues. He won FA Cups. He won League Cups. The only thing he didn't win was the Premier League. And till this day, he still gets ridiculed for slipping and making sure he missed out on it. That's Steven Gerrard. it would be crazy to think a Harry Kane didn't win anything. So Tottenham fans, I think honestly should be appreciative for the service over all the years, coming through the ranks, getting the opportunity, becoming a legend, trying to do everything, even when he wanted to go and he got betrayed, he stuck and he stayed professional and he continued. The least that they could do is appreciate him and say, good luck, I hope you go and win something, because you can't do it here. So that's the situation. Let's see what Harry Kane decides. Let me know what you think he should do. Let me know what you think he will do down in the comment section below. Now, we're going to end on a little bit of banter. Not for the Arsenal fans, though. I'm sorry, you're not going to like this. Just a warning. This is like a warning before a film starts. You know, if you're not 18 and you're 15 and then it's 18 rated and the big thing comes, it's 18 rated. If you're underage, you cannot watch, right? You're an Arsenal fan, you might not want to watch this, right? Okay. Here's the latest from what happened at Arsenal today. They played against Nuremberg, didn't they? Well, Arsenal fans seem confused. I'm here to clarify the situation. We're here to help, don't worry. We've been there and done it and worn the t-shirt. We know exactly what you're feeling. So, here's the latest from the Gooners. Havertz is ineffective on the left midfield. That's not his position. Whoa, they discovered something, guys. They discovered something. They discovered something we've known for flipping ages. So, Havertz is ineffective on the left of midfield. Well done. You've just got to stage one. How this is going to go is you're going to continue to be baffled as to where he actually plays until when you find a position that you think he plays well in, and then you put him there, and then the expectation is not what you actually get, and you realise that you might have been scammed. That's kind of what I'm hoping is going to happen. I do think Havertz will have some good games at Arsenal, but I do think he's going to be underwhelming. Overall, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a situation where Arsenal fans go, whoa, man, is this it? Is this all we got? I think that's what Arsenal are gonna be like. Here, from the pre-season game earlier on today, where Havertz did play his first game for Arsenal, and we have to put things into context. It's only pre-season. You can't really judge. But Arsenal fans are confused. So here's more. Arsenal fans are already on to Havertz, so we've got tons of Arsenal fans coming on. Havertz in midfield, early signs aren't promising. What is Havertz's role? No one area is better than Havertz. I want to see a bit more from Havertz. Havertz looks absolutely lost. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Listen, this is why, and I'll stick to this, and I do think this will continue into the Premier League season. This is why for Havertz and for Mount, I say thank you for the 125 million. Thank you very much, because we've been there and we've done it and we've tried to warn you. For Arsenal and for United, for the both of you, you think you've got superstars. Time will tell. Time will tell. Just time will tell. Just wait. Just wait. More than you believe. I will see all of you tomorrow for a couple of new ones. Let me know your thoughts down below on everything that I've discussed. Bit of a long one today. I told you there was going to be loads to cover. But make sure you guys are here tomorrow. Much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on everything that I've discussed. And I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget, hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed this. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. Have a good night. Take care. And peace.